Asmongold faces backlash where
saying it. All of this is by design. I say this over and over, and I will continue saying it. They are doing this on purpose. They are doing it so they can continue to fund these parasite migrants into our country, and that's the reason why. And by the way, for you guys that are in Europe that are watching this, the same thing's happening over there. The West has a huge problem that we have an infection and we refuse to admit that there's a problem. There is clearly a problem, there is clearly an affliction, and there is also clearly a solution. But they don't want to talk about that because it might make them...
What's the solution? Would you call it a final solution? The last solution? The ultimate solution?
Feel bad. That has to stop. Like, if I knew that I could get these people deported and sent back to Guatemala or Somalia or wherever the they came from, if I knew I could do that, I would take a break from my stream. I'd stream less so I could do that all the time. I would be.
Why not sign up for ICE? You know what? I would actually respect Asmongold a lot more if he actually signed up for ICE. Okay, I think he should sign up for ICE. Okay, just so you know, I would actually, unironically, issue an apology video if Asmongold ever signed up for ICE. Okay, unironically. Okay.
I'll be backing these guys up every day.
Would I miss a couple of segments, but that's okay. We're moving on.
Oh no, I'd show up at their house with the ICE agents. I'd show up like Ash Ketchum. I'd say, guess what? Guess what?
Oh, dude, you know he's ass mad about Destiny calling him out for the Ash Ketchum shit. You know that he's ass mad about Destiny calling him out about the Ash Ketchum joke that he made about the migrants. You know, like if he's making the same statement after all this time, you know that it has hit him. Okay, you know that he has that like rent free in his mind. It's not just a one-off joke. It's something that he's repeating in his head because he got owned so hard. Remember, he had to take like a 2-week vacation. He had to take like a fucking 2-week vacation in the middle of his beef with Destiny because he couldn't handle the heat. Okay.
Get your shit. Nah, bring your family too. Let's go, boys. Come on.
Like, at least I'll give it to Hassan. Okay, Hassan can take on Destiny. He'll moan and bitch about it like a little girl. Okay, but at least like Hassan does. So like he's so terminally brain rotted on streaming every day nonstop that at least he's able to complain about it every day. But like literally Asmongold just took like a fucking 2-week vacation, okay, because he just couldn't handle it. So cringe.
Get in the van. Get in the red and blue van. Gotta catch them all. That's right. I would do this, and honestly, I'd make videos about him, like other, and I'm gonna be real. Like I would be so brutal to these people. People would say it's too much. I would be filming them crying, walking out, getting dragged out. I'd put like Pokemon theme music over it. I'd do the whole thing. I hate them. I hate them.
Then why not just do it? Like that, that fucking employment application isn't going to sign itself. I just think that Asmongold and his audience is like too afraid of employment. I think that's what's going on. If you hate 100k subs, would you dye your hair like the raccoon skating girl? Maybe yeah. Maybe I will. I am planning on dyeing my hair in general one day, but yeah, it will. Oh my god, but that would be in line with the channel, wouldn't it? Because our mascot is a big rolling tubby raccoon. So cute. Okay, let's take a look at Asmongold's VOD. Is it the most recent VOD that he's saying this? He's gonna quit Crimson Desert in like half a week, okay, because he sucks at video games.
Considerably more. Guys, why don't you fucking relax? Some people listen. Going on quick, bro. I'll do my best to make it happen. I will.
There it is.
Yeah, just remind you it's time. Yeah, I get it. And
reason. I don't know.
Yeah, he is.
All right, here we go, guys.
Like,
raw footage.
You really
raw
think
footage.
That this clown? He's 23 years old. He's already been in jail before. Like he's. That's it. Like it's over, bro. Like it's over. Just human. Yeah, it's a human battery. Exactly.
The day is the best time.
Okay, listen. I need to lock in. Okay, for XCOM, I need to lock in. Okay, I need to make all the right decisions. Okay, because if I'm gonna try a legitimate, serious run of XCOM and give it another shot, like literally the 900th attempt or some shit, then I gotta lock in. Okay, I gotta fucking lock in. Okay,
Not to make that exit for him.
All right.
He's got a long life to live. We can send him to prison. He can be there for a few years and come back out. I don't know that he's going to get the help that he really needs in prison.
The help that he needs? See, this is the inversion of values that has destroyed the country. See, I don't give a fuck what happens to this animal. You throw him in a box, throw away the key. Fuck him. Everybody knows you're not supposed to rob a store with a gun. Damn, duh. Of course. So, like, if you do that...
What? Damn. You're willing to be that harsh with somebody who committed robbery with a gun, like armed robbery. It's not like this guy somebody. No, like what the fuck?
You don't know how to act. You don't know what the hell's going on. So it's about figuring out like.
Also, like I like how this is just what Asmongold does now. Like he just farms like black people sucks type shit. Like there's always like a subsection of low effort content creators on the right who farms infinite clips of black people doing bad things or trans people doing bad things or other minorities doing bad things. Like they'll have like highlight reels and like compilations of like these minority groups doing bad things. They'll put that on the big screen and they'll react to it and they'll be like, see, that's why these people suck. Okay. And they won't mention this because of this race. They won't mention this because of the color of their skin, but they'll imply it. Like they'll imply it constantly and like try to give it subliminally. And then Twitch will do nothing, okay? Because Twitch is Twitch.
This person needing help. If you had the options to get help and you chose to rob a store, you don't deserve help. You need to go in the box.
Well, I mean, like, what if people don't realize that they are able to get help and able to become a better person? How many people are ex-gangsters who are no longer associated with gangs, who have done bad things in the past and are now trying to help other people get out of the mafia or get out of gang violence or get out of like being in these situations, right? Sometimes it's a matter of survival for these people because the only way to survive in your particular block on the street is what? Right? Is what? Well, the only way for you to survive is by getting into a clique that is essentially a gang, all right? And that's the only way you're not going to get fucking robbed or some shit, right? I don't know. It's like, yeah, my friend's dad is a legitimate business owner now after leaving the Crips. Yeah, exactly. You need to be able to give people a chance, especially when there's nobody even killed, right? Because I'm assuming that in this context here, like nobody's even killed, right? Like otherwise he would have said it by now, right? Again, he's being this harsh towards somebody who, I admit, okay, robbing a store with a gun is horrible. That's bad. Right? This person should be locked up. This person should face a prison sentence. But the way that Asmongold is talking about this person, it's almost as if this person is beyond redemption, which is obviously ridiculous, right?
What would your dad have called this kid? My dad was not racist. So that's what you're trying to say. He just was not racist. Like, I don't know what you want me, like, he just wasn't. Like, he would have called him a retard. He'd say probably put him in jail or shoot somebody like this, definitely, but he wouldn't, like, he's not racist.
There are programs available on probation that if he's serious about turning his life around, like he says in the PSI,
oh, he's
those
serious.
Programs can help him. And if he does take advantage of those, it in turn would make the community a little bit safer. Because it'd be one less guy going
Why would
around.
it make the community safer for this person to be out? And like, what? How could you possibly make the argument that the community would be safer if this person was not in jail? Like, that's just insane to me. It really is.
With a gun when he does get out of prison.
I mean, for as many people who take advantage of a situation to get away and stuff, I would imagine that there is way more people. I would imagine that there are way more people who are willing to actually improve their lives. Okay, like a lot of times this is rock bottom for someone, and they're hitting rock bottom. A lot of the time, like this is the point in which they change. All right, but you're not going to hear about these stories because a lot of the stories that are amplified are the ones where people do take advantage of the system and do try to exploit like the things that be in order to keep being a career criminal. All right, this is not new. Okay, this is not new, but this is why statistics and this is why statistics matter rather than whatever the fuck this is. Right? They were not paying medical bills despite receiving government assistance for years. His mother was constantly committing crime. Oh, this is a known case? I thought there was like some random fucking case. Okay, I don't care about this. I just want to go to his controversy.
I want to be the next person that there's like 50 meme videos about you crying in the courtroom and then you go to jail for 25 years. It is like, this is a great judge. I'm happy to see this. And I think that it should happen a lot more, right? It should be amazing. I would be very happy about it.
Wait, damn, 25 years? That's nuts. Wait, when is the eligibility for parole?
And yeah, that's it. If he's a good boy, he'll just serve less than half that. Yeah, so he's going to serve the whole thing. That's what I was thinking too. Isn't Old Testament? Old Testament would have been life at least. Old Testament would be he's dead.
Also, like what do you have to speak on in terms, like, of course you would understand consistent failure of something, right? Something that's familiar to you. You keep buying your mom cigarettes instead of helping her get out of a cigarette addiction. All right, you're not willing to be there for your mom. All right, when you are constantly trying to poison her with nicotine. All right. If anything, of course you would make the take that, oh yeah, no one is redeemable because you never redeemed your own parents. That explains everything. What's the XCOM mod pack you're using? TedJam Plus.
dead, right? I mean, like, let's be honest, like, that's what it would be. He'd be dead. And so, like, he should be thanking them and saying, like, you know what, like, it could have been a lot worse, like, I deserve a lot worse, but for some reason, you know, like, they thought that they would not kill me. And I feel like, because honestly, like, if you break into a store and you do that, like, who does this, really? Really, who does this? It's insane. So I'm very glad to see more people talking about this. Asmon, fix this, it's annoying. What is this? This post has been removed for violating 5, and oh, you're complaining about Reddit. All right, I'll fix it. All right, it's been fixed. Anyway, so, okay, all I ever wanted was to be left alone. Man, shut the fuck up, dude. What is this here? Game dev, Cakes77, indie dev, and his wife react after finding out that his game he worked for 4 years earned $250,000.
Oh, this is still not the thing. Oh,
gotta reply. They are doing. Okay, they feel like it's really simple actually how to handle that, right? But for some reason, people like to make it complicated. So a solution. What's this here? Pure Nazi filth. Okay, they're pocket watching me. What am I saying? All of this is by design. I say this over and over, and I will continue saying it. They are doing this on purpose. They are doing it so they can continue to fund these parasite migrants into our country. Yes. And that's the reason why. Yes. And by the way, for you guys that are in Europe that are watching this, the same thing's happening over there. The West has a huge problem that we have an infection, and we refuse to admit that there's a problem. There is clearly a problem. There is clearly an affliction. And there is also clearly a solution. There is. True. But they don't want...
What would you call it? The what solution? The ultimate.
I want to talk about that. They're uploading this on the first day. Like, I just said this. I just got done saying this. Because it might make them feel bad. That has to stop. Yeah, these are scammers. Why wouldn't you want to deport a scammer? Like,
sometimes you gotta talk to the realest ninja you know. Sometimes you gotta talk to the realest ninja you know.
I don't understand, like, what the logic here is. Like, I mean, do you want to have, like, I don't get the reasoning. Do you want to have somebody who's scamming in your country, who's, like, come here from a foreign country, and they're defrauding your government so they can get money, and then they're coordinating that with other foreigners that are scamming? Like, why would anybody want to have that? Like, what the fuck? Really? Like, what? Of course not. They zoomed it in and doesn't show what you're talking about? Of course. Like, if I knew that I could get these people deported and sent back.
Okay, so what's the full context? Tell me, Asmongold. Tell me the full context. Also, apparently this isn't the stream that this is from. That's okay. He's wearing the same fucking shirt because he doesn't watch any of it. He's literally wearing the same shirt throughout every single fucking video, okay? Unless he has like 50 of these white shirts, he has at least worn one white shirt for like several weeks at this point, okay? Fucking filthy ass disgusting roach, okay? Go and fucking take a shower.
To fucking Guatemala or Somalia or wherever the fuck they came from. If I knew I could do that, I would take a break from my stream. They honestly keep posting my greatest hits.
I just realized he's having a convo with himself. He's literally having a conversation with himself. I think he needs some pussy.
They do. They keep posting my greatest hits, and they act like it's a bad thing. I'd stream less so I could do that all the time. Like, I would be backing these guys up every day. Oh no, I'd show up at their house with the ICE agents. I'd show up like Ash Ketchum.
Oh, okay, he just doubles down.
That's right. Guess what? Guess what? Gotta catch them all. Get your shit. Nah, bring your family too. Let's go. Let's go, boys.
Epic,
come on.
dude.
Round them up. Get in the van. That's right. Get in the red and blue van. Gotta catch them all. That's right. I would do this, and honestly, I'd make videos about them, like other, you know, like crying. And I'm gonna be real. Like, I would be so brutal to these people. People would say it's too much. That's true. I would be filming them crying, walking out, getting dragged out. I'd put like Pokemon theme music over it. I'd do the whole thing.
I mean, then why not do it yourself, right? Like, if you believe in this so hard and you want to like commit acts of cruelty so much, then why not just do it yourself, right? Like, why sit at home alone, not willing to act on it, and just hide behind your keyboard, hide behind a monitor, and pretend you're some kind of big boy, okay? You talk big talk for someone who does no action, okay? All bark and no bite.
I hate them. I hate them. So somebody's mad about this? They just keep posting my greatest hits. That's right. And I'm going to keep voting for people that will do this. And eventually...
My ninja, you did not vote last election, okay? Why are you lying?
We'll move things enough to where it happens. We will. We're going to move things. It's going to happen eventually.
And he says keep voting, as if he has ever voted before. Okay,
and when it does, it's going to be brutal.
All right, cool.
And I'm going to love it. I'm going to make videos about it every day. Multiple videos. So that's it. Same day react to a clip farm? No, that's it. And this is, by the way, this is also these people, and this is the thing, they want to talk about empathy. Like, I don't have a single shred of empathy for these scammers. I don't have, not even 1%.
Oh, did you watch Nick Shirley's video?
Not even 1%. Like, I say pack them up, bring their family too, get them the fuck out of here, seize all their assets on the way out. We're gonna hot drop you back and fucking whatever third world shit.
Oh, where? Brother, you can't even see an employment application without throwing up on it, okay? The moment you see an employment application for ICE, you don't even know how to read the text. Okay, that's the only reason why you're sitting here in front of your monitor talking big talk. All right, you're not some badass. Okay, you're a small, shriveled, ghouly boy. Okay, extra chromosomes, surely dysgenic, most likely inbred. All right, the ultimate result of many generations of inbreeding. Very nice.
Hole you came from with nothing but your shoes. That's it. Unless they're the expensive shoes, then we're going to take those shoes. We're going to give you the cheap shoes. That's it. And so, yeah, you talking about fraudsters. They cut it in a way that you were talking about random migrants. Of course they cut it in a way I was talking about random migrants. The thing is that the only way that these people's ideology...
You literally don't see a difference between the two, okay? You corporate asks you, what is the difference between the two? And you're like, they're both the same. They're all Jewish. I mean, they're both brown. I mean, they're both criminals.
Ideology can survive is if it's surrounded by lies. They can only do that. Like, yeah, I mean, absolutely, I want to deport all the migrants that are scamming. Duh. Like, of course. Like, why wouldn't you want to do that? They want probation? Yeah. And so it's really embarrassing for me to see this. And I don't know really, like, what else to say beyond that. And what is this here? It sounds like Team Rocket? No.
I mean, like, I would probably argue that it's embarrassing to see you in general. Like, in general, you're just kind of an embarrassing person. I'm not gonna lie, all right? You've become kind of cringe. This is going right into my cringe compilation, okay? You have become the thing you hated the most, the spurg, okay, the crash out.
Give them sandals, yeah, maybe something like that, right? But either way, like, I'm just, you know, somebody else was complaining, like, anybody, like, I'll let y'all know, like, there are people that will complain about the content on the stream. I want to let you know that, like, I'm not soliciting feedback. I was not soliciting feedback. I'm not interested.
Well, I wasn't aware that you were listening to feedback in the first place. Well, this is a surprise. I mean, that implies that you were listening to feedback in the first place. Okay, so nothing has changed.
In feedback. I just want to let people know that, like, I'm not interested in feedback at all. I'm going to do what I want. So if you want to give me your unsolicited feedback that's annoying, you're just going to get permanently banned.
Oh,
that's it. Just real quick. Just in case
oh, no, the worst fate possible for any neckbeard dweller, okay? The ultimate worst fate, banned from Asmongold's chat. Can one imagine a worse fate than being banned from Asmongold's chat? One cannot. One cannot, okay? Truly. This is the most heinous of punishments, okay? Worse than any 25-year prison sentence.
somebody got this twisted. They won't do anything.
Yeah, permit banning bots is crazy. Okay?
Hates them almost as much as he hates his toothbrush. I brush my teeth every day. I mean, it's only 3 of them left, so what makes it hard? And so anyway, you got a bunch of people, as on Hulu Radio, calling Asmongold's final solution parasite migrants rather than sitting cover. The thing is that the reason why I call them that, and the reason why I say that, is because I want to normalize it. I want to normalize it to where people feel comfortable talking about them that way, because that's what they are. And my goal is that I will continually move the language and the vocabulary into a direction where people can, I'm literally just telling you what I'm thinking, right? This is literally what my goal is. My goal is to change and shift the vocabulary in which these people are talked about to a vocabulary that is fundamentally hostile, so it can...
Bro, I get it already. You're ideologically captured. Okay, you're ideologically captured, and then... Now that you see Destiny's commentary on you, on how you help shift the overton window, you believe him to be right, and now you're just trying to pretend as if this has been your plan all along because you're trying to play the villain, okay? And you have grifted too far in order for you to take back your positions. All right, now you have entered the position of like, oh, well, now I want to play the role of villain. I understand, okay? I totally get it, little bro, okay? You're not as cool as you think you are, all right? You think you're some kind of cool, badass James Bond villain, but you're actually just like fucking Candy Factory or a King of the Lollipop Guild. Okay, that's what you are. Okay, you're a King of the Lollipop Guild. All right.
And create the perception that these people are bad actors. That's what my goal is. And so that's the reason why I talk about them in this way. And that's what I want to do. So we got people quoting, people getting mad about it. Yep, there it is. I'm a Nazi, of course. I'm a Nazi. Everybody always calls me a Nazi. That's it. They never want to talk about, like, why is it that you shouldn't want to deport people that are scamming in your country? The reason why is because these people want to build a racial, political, and religious coalition with these foreigners and these people, these invaders into the country. And they want to form that coalition and have it work against Western American interests. That's the reason why. And so the reason why they defend it is because these people will fall off on their...
Bro, the only thing immigrants are doing culturally is that they're actually reinforcing traditional values. In fact, they might be the bastion of traditional values. All right, white people in this country are becoming more and more progressive. Okay, even the people who are like even the most traditional of like the most deep South white people, like they can't even resist being into city girls. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. The people who are the most traditional are the immigrants. Okay, the most conservative people in California are brown people. Are brown people. Okay, there's brown people in California. All right, are some of the most conservative people. Okay, if MAGA was not racist, they would have won California. Okay, why? Because all of these brown migrants, they're heavily religious, they're extremely traditional, they maximize having kids, okay? They keep to themselves a lot, all right? The only reason they vote Democrat, all right, is because people like you exist, okay? You're just leaving you're literally just leaving an entire part of the voter base out, okay? You could be winning. You could be winning. This could be you, little bro. Okay.
Their side of the fence. They don't get the nuance in the statement.
You're
Well, there's not
cooking
really a
yourself.
lot of nuance, right? I mean, like, it's pretty simple. How many fraudulent immigrants and Nazis deport? I have no idea. And yeah, do you think actual Nazis would like you? No, they get mad at me too. They get mad at me all the time. And so no, let me read some of the comments. People get mad about it. Whoever this guy is, he's right. Y'all keep posting my greatest hits, as I said. It's funny for me to see this. I think it's only going to get worse too. It's only going to get worse. And if I ever could, if Trump or like whoever runs the government after him ever wanted to hire me, I'll get some gamers. Like I'll get some WoW players, some gamers, and we can round up every single one of these people. And I will do it. My only requirement is that the punishment must be.
No, you know what? You know what? I think they would pass the BMI test. Okay, you have to be at least 30 BMI to participate in ICE. I think they would all pass with flying colors. Okay, how's your BMI test? I passed it. Awesome, good job. All right. Well, you see, Foodshops, that's the kryptonite of traditionalists. Their intolerance includes other traditionalists too. That's true. Okay, if all the traditionalists in the world teamed up, I think that we would have another dark age. Okay, we'll literally just have another dark age. All right, no, like barely any like no rapid progression, no anything, just improvements in farming techniques, just improvements in Scottish farming techniques. Boom, easy peasy. Okay, if they only judge other traditionalists by the content of their character, not by the color of their skin, as Martin Luther King would say, all right, I have a dream that one day we will have the Inquisition back, where black inquisitors and white inquisitors could hold hands with one another and go after the non-believers. Okay.
Denaturalization and deportation. I don't want to have the punishment be a fine. That's not enough for me. That doesn't feel good for me. I want it to be something brutal.
If the woman thinks she's a witch,
it's got to be you're gone, you get all your assets seized and everything. And then I would do it. I would do that every day. The Karens stay at home, get radicalized by Facebook, then crash out in the real world. Yeah, no doubt. Nazi said the word Nazis lost all his.
dude, his drinking sounds are so over the top, man. Like it's literally like the way that he does it, it's like the most accurate sound we have whenever he slurps Trump's cock. Like literally he's like he's like pretending, okay? That's MAGA cock he's drinking, okay? He's practicing. He practices on a straw every day, okay? That beautiful cola.
Meaning.
All right.
And never mentioned concentration camps. Not in this clip. And anyone's supposed to use post cameras? Yep, I'm gonna respond to that. Y'all just keep posting my greatest hits. That's it. You should watch the VOD and compare them to the clip they posted. I mean, again, like the thing is that I think
this building, our investigation found, is home to 89 registered hospice companies.
Yeah, look at this.
It's called the Marabi Professional Medical
Marabi.
Plaza, and it's the most extreme case of hospice clustering that we found.
And this particular building, I noticed, I'm like, dang, how can there be that many licensed and certified
And see here in the Middle East too? Wait, do you live in the Middle East?
hospices in this tiny little building?
We went to the Van Nuys address to find out what's going on.
CIA?
We're going to try to go in and see what we can find.
That's it, man. That's it. And I'm glad to see this, man. I'm glad to see more people bringing this up and talking about it. And yeah, maybe the building needs to go. I mean, I don't know. Like, now I just keep posting my greatest hits. Like, this is it. And like, yeah, this is exactly what I think. It is. This is exactly what I think. And like, the thing is that I would actually go, like, I think people don't understand that, like, I think that there are a lot of people out there that feel the exact same way that I do. They feel the exact same way that I do. And they're tired of pretending that it's racist or bigoted or xenophobic or whatever you want to call it to say that they want to get the fucking scammers
UAE?
and
Oh,
terrorists
that's cool.
and criminals out of their
Is it
fucking
pretty cool?
country so they can live
didn't
in
know
peace. I think there's so many people that are fucking sick of it. And I don't care what you call me. I don't care what the words are that you're going to use. It's not going to change the outcome. It don't matter anymore. Call me whatever you want. It's still going to happen. The boiling point is coming quick, bro. I do my best to make it happen. I will. And yeah, just reminding us. Yeah, I get it. And reparations for years of white guilt. Now we're talking about it, you know? Go share context. Yeah, I mean, you can share. Like, the thing is that, like, I wasn't even talking about all immigrants. I was not even saying that. Like, it was about scammers. But, like, again, like, what you have to keep in mind is that these people cannot...
Honestly, okay, Ranger, thank you so much for $20. Honestly, I'm black. And react to the Hawk to a girl. Come on. Oh, I don't have time for that either.
Honestly, I'm black. And at this point, I really wish people like him just say what they want to say. Instead of the dog whistles, just call me the word so we can move on and stop playing ambiguous games.
Thank you for $20, Ranger. I mean, like, why would he do that, right? If you think about it, why would he do that? Isn't it like he wants to have his cake and he wants to eat it too? All right. Plausible deniability works for people who are of radical belief. Okay. And there's also such thing as somebody deluding themselves into thinking that they're not actually racist, right? The no true Scotsman fallacy, right? Which means like, oh yeah, like nobody is a true Scotsman. Nobody is a true racist, right? Oh, a true racist is not a thing because I don't fit that label, right? Oh, well, I'm sure racists out there exist, but I'm not a racist because it doesn't fit my label of racism. You have to admit that you're racist in order to be a racist. Right? He does it in a way where his fans can say it's a joke. Well, I mean, that's part of his grift, right? That's part of his strategy. Plausible deniability.
Exist inside of an ecosystem that's honest. And the reason why is because an honest ecosystem would remove them. Like, they're not honest for any reason. And the reason why is because if they tell the truth, people will agree with me. That's the reason why. So they have to lie about what's being said and misrepresent it in order to turn it into something that it's not. Like, that's really what happens. This line of work. Yeah, even if you meant all illegal immigrants, it still applies. Yeah, of course I do. It's too hard for them to spew on rhetoric whenever it's so fucking base they can't stand it. Yeah, no, I'm glad to see this. And it's funny. Like, I'm saying, like, it's... And by the way, eventually there will be people that think like I do that will run for government, and they'll win. And then whenever that happens, it's going to be over. It's going to be over. That's going to be it. And I guarantee you, people like this here, oh, this is somebody else that's mad at me too. They're ending bloodlines. It's Asmongold, of course, is the right thing to do. Well, people are mad at me saying...
Oh, hey, look, substance appearing again, okay? On Asmongold's feed. Nice.
Is that right? Asmongold projecting again?
Bro, people in our audience should start clipping our ops like this, okay? Like, the way that substance have been appearing so much on other streamers' feeds, somebody should start doing this. Just sounds like a great idea, all right? Get some attention for us.
The dude Austin? Uh-oh. See, these are the people that, like, so let me get this straight. This is more morality inversion. So there's another comment here about the Israel bombing of entire families of Iranians. So the Israel bombing of entire families of Iranians. So you look at the framing of this, and it's going to seem like I'm talking about blowing up Iranians. I'm not. I was saying them killing IRGC leaders. The IRGC is responsible for, you know, recently tens of thousands of people being systematically murdered by the regime. But then, you know, over the years, hundreds of thousands of people being killed by...
The amount of racist people I've met that claim they aren't racist talk like Asmongold, it's odd to see IRL. Yeah. But, you know, bad labels shouldn't be given to yourself by yourself, okay? Like, bad labels should be given by other people. I think that's always the fallacy that people run into as well. The no true Scotsman or whatever, right? You ask a person to define themselves, they'll always imagine themselves as like the main protagonist of an anime show, all right? They'll always imagine themselves as the good guy, all right? Which is why, like, I always, you know, you should always try to push for the idea that, you know, who you are is determined by other people. Okay, it's not determined solely by you, but if you are some bad label, then other people are going to determine that for you. Because guess what? From everybody's own perspective, they're always the hero of their own story, all right? They're never going to be the racist. They're never going to be Handsome Jack, right? They're never going to be Silva from Skyfall, right? They're never going to be, right? People who are bad guys who think of themselves as good guys, right?
The Iranian government. You're not talking about that at all. But the moment that any...
Because they know being racist is bad, but they don't want to be bad people, so they gotta play games and stretch ideas to get around it. Yeah, exactly. And then they delude themselves. You know?
If those people are in their house...
I agree. Your perspective really helped me change as a person. I did? What? Really? Okay, thanks. I appreciate that. No wonder you're donating so much. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Like, if you're a terrorist and you're being hunted by Israel and America, why the fuck would you go near your family? Why would you do that? I'll tell you the reason why is because you want to drag them into your martyr crusade. That's the reason why. And so they play these moral, emotional tricks on you. And they try to always do this. They didn't say 40K. They didn't say shit when the 40K were murdered. Yeah, because that's it. They misrepresent because they can't honestly argue against you. Yeah. I mean, and just to make it very clear, I'll state what I said again very clearly. I think they should bomb and kill every IRGC leadership that they have. They should just keep doing it. Keep killing them until they stop respawning. It's literally that simple. Like, I'm all in on regime change. It is a Islamic terrorist government, and you need to.
Can somebody please educate Asmongold on the last 100 years of U.S. history and regime change and how well that has gone for the United States? Raul Silva from Skyfall of all examples. I mean, he thinks of himself as the victim, right? He thinks he's doing the right thing, right? He thinks that he and James Bond are tragic victims. I don't know. There's a Perfect Mr. Beat video on all of our regime change. Maybe I'll watch that in my free time. Why is Asmongold pretending he would have been so pro-protest if he lived in Iran? His beliefs are much closer to IRGC. Right, but that's like the same like kind of irony that I've been talking about since forever, is that, you know, and Destiny as well. Like everyone on the left has been talking about how, like, ironically enough, their beliefs line a lot more with other Muslims from the Middle East specifically. Ironically enough, right? It's funny because the only thing that hates traditionalists more than liberals are other traditionalists, right? Fascists hate other fascists, okay? That is the truth of the world that will never change, because fascists will always be programmed to hate people of a different ethnicity. So even though they believe in every single social value, they believe in every single tradition, they just simply disagree on eyebrow color, and they'll go to war with it, okay? Which is why social progression will always happen. Social progression will always happen because you realize that fascists fighting fascists for like the last like 20,000 years of human history is just not sustainable. It doesn't actually push humanity forward, all right? I mean, it's most people's favorite Daniel Craig Bond movie. No, I would say Casino Royale is. Other than Casino Royale? Okay, other than Casino, okay, right. I don't often see people reference it. Oh, it's because it's fresh on my mind. Yeah, I enjoy. I was listening to Radiohead's Spectre recently, and how that's been rejected for the actual Spectre movie. Which, thank God. Okay, I've heard it was a horrible movie, so it was not used. Okay, but that song is great. I still listen to it. Okay, on repeat while I'm showering, while I'm whatever. All right, I love listening to that song. And yeah, Skyfall came into play. All right, because I realized how much of a masterpiece Skyfall was. I was like, holy shit, this movie is fucking awesome.
To get rid of them. You do. Like, that's the solution. I don't want to have the fucking Strait of Hormuz open. I don't give a fuck about that. I don't want to have Hezbollah dismantled. I want to have Iran gone. They're terrorists. They try to make nuclear bombs. They chant death to America. I say, why the fuck should I put up with that if I'm an American? We pay $1 trillion a year for the military. If we can't pack them up, I want my fucking money back. That's what
You know, Asmongold from a few months ago or a few years ago would instead say, you know what, that's Iran's problem. I don't see how it's our problem. I don't think we should like intervene in other countries because we should spend more money on people here at home. But now, you know, the current Asmongold, like, he just slurps up whatever Trump says. So he's like, oh, well, you know, their problems, our problems. Okay, I mean, like, can you at least be a little consistent, please? Like,
that's where I'm at.
Oh, gotcha. Well,
you're goddamn fucking right.
Damn.
It's easy to kill a high-level unit. It's hard to produce them, though. It is. Do you feel like people are against the war, or they just hate Israel so much they'll go against anything they want? There's a lot of people that are trying to run defense for Islamic terrorism. That's the reason why. Talking about the IRGC, be as clear as you can, though. It's easy to be misconstrued in today's climate. There's never a reason to avoid trying to be misconstrued, because people will always lie about you. Whenever people can't misconstrue you, they'll just simply make up fan fiction. There's no reason to exist inside of an ecosystem of people that are trying to lie. Like, there are people, these are the same type of people, like, you give them a gold bar, they say it's too heavy. Jesus walks on water, they tell him he can't swim. These are people, it does not matter. You cure cancer, you're putting doctors out of a job. They will always look on the wrong side of something. So, like, the entire environment that they try to do, where they try to, oh, well, this is some, like, morally good thing, that...
If I'm so racist, why do I have so many brown people and black people in my audience? God, I'm liberals.
Iranian people are being terrorized by these guys. Ending bloodlines is necessary. It is. It absolutely is. And thank God. Thank God we have people that are willing to actually win a war for once.
Ending bloodlines. Okay.
Thank God. Holy fuck. Just yesterday, they executed this Iranian wrestler. Yeah, exactly. And this is the problem, right? Is that, like, I mean, is this person tweeting about the executions? Let's see if this person ever tweeted about it or not. Let's see. This is some other bullshit. Let's see here. Collateral damage. Oh, this is Kyle mad at me. I'll watch this. I haven't seen Kyle's video.
Now scrolling through substances fucking page. Oh my god.
Where is it? Just pause. Executing the restore was insane. It's not insane.
Death Cult is the team that you're on, motherfucker. Have you thought about that? No, you haven't.
These terrorist ideologies, death cult fucking religion is getting demolished. Oh, a school got bombed? It's collateral damage in a war, and it's inevitable, number one. And number two...
It is. I'm right. You can moral posture all you want. I'm right. It's true.
You know, if they didn't want that to happen, maybe they shouldn't have been funding terror groups.
True.
The element
Men to Afghani men also lost many rights, but he doesn't care either. Oh yeah, no, they're brown. Why should he care?
entry school was not
Also, they're not Christian. Why should he care?
funding terror groups, you bitch. It's collateral damage. Was it collateral damage? Now that
Oh yeah, and then Asmongold mauls over Kyle Kalinske. Fuck me. Why does Kyle Kalinske? I'll tell you why. Okay, it's because he knows that Destiny is out there, but he's not willing to engage with Destiny because Destiny is too hard of a target. So instead, he goes after easier targets like Kyle Kalinske and Hassan, because these are people who criticize Asmongold, but they have so many. They have other skeletons in their closet, and they have their own like radical leftist beliefs that it makes Asmongold easy to paint them essentially as a bunch of losers, and like representative of the entire liberal thing. Okay, because he's probably afraid. He's probably afraid that Destiny probably sounds way too rational. The last time he did one of these like reacceptions with Steven, he started malding. He started like actually malding. His face started getting red and shit.
we've bombed double digits, hospitals and
You want-
schools, is that
he
collateral
knows
damage? Or are we-
Yeah, it is.
Kyle
'Cause
won't
they're
challenge
hiding in
into a
hospitals and
debate.
schools because they're terrorists and they're using human shields in order to win over the approval of stupid, unassuming leftists like Kyle and
Delicious.
other people that are emotionally vulnerable to such an easy manipulation. Yeah, keep on.
What controversy does Kyle has? Asmon said he won't debate Kyle. Of course he won't debate Kyle, because Kyle doesn't debate anyone else either. Like, it's not like Kyle debates, right? Or even if he did in the past, he doesn't now. So Asmongold probably feels safe, right? He probably feels safe.
Sure. Get out of the fucking hospitals and schools. The fuck out of there. Yeah, duh.
fucking
Everyone's
doing
in
it
their
on purpose. Was it
fortress
collateral
arc.
damage
Yeah.
when
Understand.
Israel, with the approval of the U.S., bombed the oil refinery in Tehran, which then led to it raining toxic oil, which in turn is going to lead to maybe hundreds of thousands of people getting Gulf War syndrome and cancer? Is that
You're gonna call out Iran for bombing the oil fields or the gas fields in Qatar? Probably not.
is that an oops?
He doesn't care about that.
Oopsie. Tee.
Oh, also, I feel like Kyle Kalinski's criticisms like land a little bit flat, considering how Kyle Kalinske will always try to appeal towards like the humane side of Asmongold by talking about how many Middle Easterners are killed or damaged or hurt by it, this is something that Asmongold has repeatedly said that he doesn't give a fuck about. Okay, he'll pretend to care about Iranians because it's convenient for him at the time, but he doesn't actually care about them. Okay, and if they ever die because of U.S. actions, he doesn't give a fuck. He'll just think that it's all justified and they're all collateral damage, right? This is why you should always try to appeal towards domestic issues, stuff that will actually like stuff that is like truthfully domestic and shit like that. Yeah.
I poisoned your whole
Yep.
country. Tee. No, they're doing it on purpose because we're the fucking terrorists. As my
That's right.
If it calls out Destiny, there are friends on Discord probably, so hop in Discord. Being friends on Discord with high-level content creators is like being in the same region, but different office, different location. But you know what? You guys are still under the same company. And that's like calling them neighbors, right? Like, yeah, it's not even remotely close to actually being friends.
So they better fucking play along. Yep, that's right.
comp, but I know you like
That's
that.
right.
And maybe they shouldn't have been funding terror groups and antagonizing a world superpower like America.
Shouldn't have been fucking around. Oh, man. How about that? This is great. Yep.
Vile, hateful, wretched, repulsive
Oof.
little cretin.
Oh, this guy loves talking shit, bro. He getting so mad over nothing. No, the thing is that people like this, they always try to make up these emotional arguments. That's just not going to work with.
I mean, the only thing that you know how to do is to talk shit, right? Like in defense of Kyle, right? At least he votes. I mean, he'll vote third party, but at least he'll vote. I mean, it's a throwaway vote, okay? I mean, whatever, but at least he votes. You didn't even vote in the last presidential election. Like, you're not even doing your civic duty. Can you even call yourself an American at this point? Isn't voting the most American thing you can possibly do? Right? Is Cal even a good debater at this point? I don't think so. I don't know. I've never seen him debate. Probably because he actively avoids them. Right? I feel like he's gotten rusty in his echo chamber. I think that's what he thinks too. Okay, he must think that the facts don't favor him in some way.
Me at all. It's not. And show the Dana White clip about the wrestler. Oh, is that it? Let me see. I haven't seen this at all. Hateful? Yeah, again, like, so, no, I have no problem if we bomb things like that. If the terrorists didn't want us to bomb hospitals and schools, then they shouldn't be putting their bases near hospitals and schools. They know that we're bombing them. They know that's going to happen. Stop doing it. You're not going to stop doing it because...
Husband still lives in the you trigger bro era. Yeah, his mind is stuck on Gamergate. That's correct. And, you know, like, his entire politics can just simply be defined by Gamergate. Like, his mind has never moved past 2014 or 2015. Yeah. Also, yeah, he said all that stuff earlier, right?
He knows that's what you're saying. Why are you pretending that's not what you're saying?
Here,
you're getting banned.
Right here. Okay. So this is the part that he said all these crazy shit?
Are the same ones that'll kill you for not agreeing with them. That's because they're using your empathy against...
The last debate I saw was against Chink last year. Wouldn't they agree on everything? That's probably like a softball debate because they agree on all the fucking Islam, fucking radical regime shit.
Against you. They don't care about casualties. They'd kill your whole family if they could. That's why you never engage with emotional rhetoric with a person that has bad intentions. So that's that's always been my thinking for things, is that never engaged in emotional rhetoric with somebody who is trying to hurt you or trying to like delegitimize or trying to put you in a bad position. So that's what my advice is, right? I mean,
it's amazing how our currently political landscape is the fault of a black guy and Asian girl being in Star Wars. Shit's wild. I wish that was true, because then the explanation would be so simple, but I'm afraid that people's biases stretch way more internally and way more back, and that was just simply a trigger point for a lot of things, okay? You know what? That one person who committed suicide because they saw the Asian guy, sorry, they saw the Asian girl and the black guy in Star Wars, the one person who committed suicide because of that, you know what? Props to you, okay? You didn't live to see this.
Because if you do that, you just end up, you end up putting yourself at a huge disadvantage. That's what I would say. Do you think October 7th was the butterfly effect that led
Imagine explaining this to a Victorian child.
to all this? It absolutely was. I think it was the butterfly effect that led to the West being more aware of, you know, the actions of these terrorist groups. I think that before October 7th, a lot of this stuff was basically just Middle Eastern PvP, right? And like we've had this for many years. So like what's really, oh my God, you know, there's some new terrorist group in the Middle East that's blowing people up. You know, what else is new? But like then, whenever it happened to Israel and like Americans were in on it, I think that engaged at least the American community, and I think at a larger scale, the Western community, you know, learning about like, you know, all the stuff happening with Palestine and Hamas and Israel. I really do think that was the, you know, that was the flashpoint where everything kind of exploded into where it's at now. And I think it's a, you know, honestly, it's ultimately been a good thing, right? That there's been more awareness to it, because now hopefully we're going to be able to get rid of Iran, which is something that should have happened a long time ago. I think the problem is that people don't realize that anyone disagrees with them as a casualty. Well, anyone disagrees with them as a casualty? Well, I mean, you can't negotiate with a person like that, right? I mean, there's no reason to even try to engage in good faith with somebody like that, because it's just crazy, right? So I wouldn't worry about it too much. People like Hassan galvanize the people against them. I do think that there's definitely a lot of propaganda that's happened, and it also looks bad. The thing is that, like, when Israel is bombing Hamas and they're trying to kill Hamas, there are a lot of people that get killed in the crossfire there. But, I mean, like, I view Israel and Hamas as bad actors, and Hamas is the worst actor, in my opinion. It's not even remotely close, because they kill their own people. The fact is, like, they use civilians for basically human shields. That's, like, whenever people are talking about how bad that is, you're playing into their propaganda. Give me 1 second.
You know what this is? He's actually quickly slurping some Trump dick. Okay, he's got like a repository, probably, of either Trump semen or Elon Musk's semen, and he has to like constantly sip it because he's like a cum vampire. Okay, he's like a succubus or incubus, but without the sexiness. Okay, he's like the opposite of that. Okay, the inverse version. All right, a very disgusting roach like filth. Okay, cretin. Yeah, as Kyle Kalinske said, a cretin. All right, a dysgenic cretin, a freak. All right, going off to the side to slurp his. Nom, 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 nom. Yeah.
Excuse me. All right. So anyway, yeah, you're playing into their propaganda. And so to me, I mean, again, like if they didn't want to have you know, other people in Palestine die and Gaza die, don't fire rockets from areas where they're at. You know, try to fight Israel on a you know, on an open area that's not surrounded by civilians. But they don't want to do that. And the reason why is that those civilian deaths fund and like basically perpetuate their jihad. And so that's the reason why. I mean,
Misaki, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs on Kick. Thank you so much, buddy. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's very kind of you. Thank you.
Obviously, it's sad to see what's happening to the Palestinians. Of course it is. But, like, the real fault of that is Hamas. If Hamas wasn't shooting rockets at Israel and coming into Israel and killing their people, none of this would have happened. You're ignorant respectfully? No, I don't think so at all, actually. I really don't. The fact is that, like, do you really think that the destruction in Gaza would have been the same if October 7th didn't happen? Like, what has October 7th really accomplished for Hamas? It's led to, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of deaths. It's led to their organization being decapitated multiple times. It's led to other organizations similar to that also being decapitated. It's led to the main regime that's funding them being bombed by America. It's been just basically, it's probably the worst strategic decision that you could ever make. That's it. And imagine if Israel would not exist in the Middle East, all this could have been prevented, maybe, right? Or they'd probably just be doing something else. Who knows? Hamas is terrible. Yes, exactly. Kill off ISIS. Yeah. And Israel funded Hamas, though, and they let October 7th happen. Maybe they did, but either way, they shouldn't have done it. Whenever they, maybe whenever you're going in there and you're like, oh, well, why didn't they try to stop us? Maybe there might be a reason for that. And it sure seems like there was. And you're right, but it led to the world hating Israel. They won the PR war. It doesn't really matter. I mean, again, it's primarily a lot, and I can see why. I mean, the thing is that if Israel wants to win the PR war, then they should probably stop, trying to force PR. He's still going, man. He is. He's still going. Here it is.
The last job anyone in the world wants right now? Senior leader for the IRGC.
The straw-haired freak just plays yes and with his audience. Well, I mean, again, back in the day, fucking toasters, used to be socially ostracized. But in the modern day, people like Asmongold will validate your fucking of toasters. Okay, he'll say that it's actually a good thing that you fuck toasters. And that fucking toasters is healthy for you. And it will be good for your cock. Alright? He'll say that, yes, and we fuck toasters. So what? And he'll look really smugly as he drinks up his own semen. And he'll be like, yes. I love semen.
Jesus Christ.
Or besiege. Temp jobs, all of them.
Temp jobs.
And to borrow a page from Admiral Ernest King in World War II.
Just a minute.
We've decided to share the ocean with Iran. We've given them the bottom half. We've damaged or sunk over 120 of their Navy ships, with battle damage assessments pending for many more. See, oftentimes we have to wait a few days on battle damage assessment to get the real number. Their surface.
Imagine this guy. Imagine you're in Iran, and the guy you're going up against basically goes up and he tells jokes every 3 days about killing all of your friends. Like, he's like, yeah. So anyway, you want to hear about a temp job? It's this guy. Rip Bozo. You actually believe this? Well, yeah. Wait a minute. You think that they're not dead? What do you mean? Like, what are you talking about? Like, we're getting a new one every day. Absolutely, we're getting them, yes. Iran doesn't give a shit. There's bomb American interests. There's no winning this. Of course there is. You just destroy them. Like, what do you mean? That's what's going to happen, too. And it's becoming more and more evident. And we have an AI enjoyer. Yeah, bro, you didn't see that AI video of Iran blowing up the aircraft carrier, and you didn't believe that, did you? Damn, what do you believe about that? We make trophies out of them? Yeah, I do think that would be a good idea. Is if they brought out, this could be really funny, is if they bring out all of the cardboard cutouts of the people that they've killed recently, and, just basically have people bring them out, and then, selectively, fold them up and put them in a garbage can, right? Okay, so this one got blown up, that one got blown up, etc. And, people want you to believe the USA is losing. It astounds me. They're just third worlders that are coping. In order to understand why people want the US to lose, you have to understand the mind of a third worlder. And a third worlder...
When the fuck is that funny? Because cruelty is the point, okay? When the point of cruelty itself is turned into a point of humor, that is part of the strategy, right? To normalize cruelty. Cruelty is the point, right? The more you he's literally said it that was his goal, right? Like, he's literally said that was his goal. His goal is to normalize cruelty. His goal is to push the Overton window to the right. He's probably saying that to feel like a badass, but, to be honest, he is doing that. That is what he's doing, so...
Whenever they hear something like that or something crazy like this happens, there's like an ego that they have to project all of the time. And so
He thinks politics is a game for his entertainment. He thinks he's like a really... He thinks he's some kind of fucking main anime villain or some shit when he's really just like a second-rate bandit boss. All right, he'll be annoying, okay? And he'll say a lot of awful things and he'll do a lot of awful things, but he's nowhere as smart as any main villain type character. Nowhere as plotting or intelligent or whatever the fuck, right? That's why he sits in this room all day instead of actually being at the White House. All right, somebody like him could have already achieved a White House position, okay, under Trump. But this is why he'll always just be the person who talks, right? Not the person who does.
Would rather exist inside of a scope of,
Harsh.
you know, literal lies than admit that their country is not powerful or that they're not able to, you know, like exercise their will. So that's really it. Lizard brain? Well, not really lizard brain. It's a little bit above that. But yeah. Do you think there are more strategic ways of using AI in the war, like spreading misinformation? I think you're seeing that right now. I think you're seeing a lot of misinformation happening right now. And so, and you also, speaking of that, look at this here. Candace Owens, Ian Carroll, Colin Campbell will all be getting cease and desist letters from Erica Kirk. I helped with Colin Campbell. Fun is over, losers. Oh my God.
Cease and desists mean almost nothing, okay? All right, especially for big figures. For big figures, cease and desist mean nothing, okay? All that is a legal threat. That's what it is, all right? If Erica Kirk wants to take Candace Owens to court, I think that Candace Owens would readily say yes. I think that she would be so excited to say yes. She'll say yes immediately and be like, let's fucking go, all right? She'll be excited, okay, to take Erica Kirk to court.
Finally, these people have run wild and turned this entire thing into a joke. They have turned all of this into a massive fucking joke with how annoying and stupid they are about it. I am so glad to see this happen. I am. Like the amount of, oh, Erica Kirk like killed.
Do you simp for Erica Kirk? The fuck? You. I thought you hated white women. Isn't Erica Kirk like the most Karen of all Karens? How could you, I feel like Erica Kirk is like the exact kind of person that Asmongold would fucking hate, right? Like the whitest of the white. And the grifter. But okay, cool. Oh, is it because Candace Owens is black and a woman? That must be why.
Fucking Charlie Kirk and like all of this like random bullshit implication stuff that these people do, like response to specific false statements, like all of this stuff. In a December 21st, 2025 post, you wrote that, quote, Erica Kirk is so...
Proto Man, thank you so much for the $5. That's very kind of you. Thank you. Thank you for all the daily donos you've been giving me. Yeah, I notice you. I see you. Okay. Also, not only that, you guys have been extraordinarily kind today. You guys have been amazing and awesome. Thank you guys so much for so many donos today. Yeah, massive day. Okay. So thank you so much. And it wasn't even the special stream either. There's nothing special about the stream. All right. But you guys are the ones that made it into an event. Okay. I'm glad that my pleas for money has not fallen on deaf ears. All right. Remember, this stream, it's impossible to have the stream go without you guys. All right. You guys are the best fucking audience one can ever hope for. All right. The best audience. Okay. Straight up. All right. And yeah, today proves it. So thank you so much for that. Okay. My fellow employed friends.
Cooked. Because we were so close to nailing her ass to the wall with being involved with a conspiracy to take out Charlie. Oh boy. So there it is. Erica's a lunatic freak. Well, here's the thing, though, right? Is that why don't we let the courts decide? Because you know what I think? You know what I think really happened? I think Charlie Kirk died, and a bunch of opportunistic retards on the internet were looking for a reason for why, and they wouldn't accept the fact that it was just a random furry weirdo retard that did it. So instead of that, they had to invent an entire mythology around it, an entire fuck.
You count, and Erica Kirk also counts. Okay. You're not exempt from this? Did you earn at least $1? Okay, so you are.
Storyline around it, that it was actually his wife that was collaborating with Mossad to get him killed. And I think it's brain rot. It's total brain.
Yeah, let me show you guys, let me show you guys a little bit of the vote right now. Also, we should probably make this more of a normal thing. It's just reacting to Asmongold's streams. I think it's a good thing to react to Asmongold streams. Yeah. What's your status right now? So, 59% said employed. Military also counts. If you're on break, that counts. 9% said other. 16% said full-time or part-time student. Only a whopping tiny 16% are unemployed and no school. All right? Which means that you're probably in between jobs. Okay, you've been fired or you've been laid off or something, right? That's my audience. My fucking audience. All right? We're mostly employed. We're good people. All right? Good for us. Listen. My audience keeps on delivering forever. Okay?
It's retarded, and it's not true. It's totally made up, completely made up, and now it's going to go to court. And I'm glad to see people that all they do is lie and make up bullshit. I want to see them prove it. I want to see them actually come together and show their sources in a court of law. And I guarantee you it's not going to happen. And you know why? It's because they don't have any. Give me a second. These people have no problem whatsoever. And don't talk against Israel and Asmon's stream. Well, I'm saying in general, this is it. The courts they have power is such a good. The courts they have such power over is such a good idea. I mean, do you really think that? I mean, again, are you saying that we shouldn't use the court system to figure out whether these people are telling a lie? Okay, how about this, Bodacious? You're a smart guy. Obviously, you're a smart guy. That's why you're watching my stream. What method of inspection do you think that we should use instead to figure out whether these or erroneous claims
This is what debates look like to Asmongold, okay? He's just pulling up someone's fucking chat.
these extravagant, extreme claims against Erica Kirk have any value or weight or authenticity to them
Like, this has the same energy as Hassan debating a 16-year-old.
at all. What so I'm not saying that. Well, then what are you saying? What are you saying then? Like, okay, so if you're not saying, because what you're saying, the Jews control the courts, and so they're going to make it in her favor. That's what you're saying. Everybody knows that's what you're saying. Why are you pretending that's not what you're saying? You're getting banned. You're being dishonest. I don't want to read it. I don't want to see it. Everybody knows what you're doing. It's so obvious. These people are so stupid. They're so stupid. You're so dumb. What are you talking about? And so you try to act like, oh, that's not what I'm talking about. Yeah, it is. Shut up. It's so dishonest. That was
Brave Asmongold bans anti-Semitic chatter. All hail our glorious Führer. I mean, Asmongold.
so easy. It was. And happened. Like, they're so. Let's do it after that one more time, just for.
Oh, he's still coping about African IQs, even though like people have already made videos about how he's wrong. All right, he's still coping about it. So then I'm sure that these people will keep their family, will be able to feed their families for another 2 months. Okay, all right. Every single time Asmongold goes over IQ statistics, okay, the people who cover Asmongold will be able to make an unprecedented amount of money and attention and subscribers. I hope nothing but the very nice day for them, okay?
Safe measure. How about that? Just for safe measure, in case we got it wrong. Let's roll it back. And so anyway, I said, and you remember, we're
Asmongold banning in chatter for being dishonest is on par with Jeffrey Epstein saying he hates. Reality can be whatever I want. Also, is your name Auschwism2561? What is wrong with you, man? Why is that your why did you choose that to be your username?
where's the thing that I posted about this? So I will go back and I want to show you the reply.
Just so you know, okay, we are a stream that acknowledges the Holocaust has existed, okay? This might come as a disappointment.
This is what a hog, bro. Like, Jesus Christ. Y'all seen this? They're so fat. They really are so fat. Oh my God. Let me scroll down and see if I can find this. Where's that comment that I made? I need to find it. And this is deport the orcs from the Shire. That's not it. There was something else. Where did it go? Oh man. I don't know where the hell it is. I might not be able to find this, but oh yeah, here we go. Okay. So this is the comment that I originally made that had 4 million people were angry at me. And so he called them low IQ because the average IQ in Somalia is 68, parentheses, borderline retarded. It's not.
Oh, wait, wasn't he mad at that one, like, professional voice actor who has a YouTube channel or some shit? Because that person was, like, actually pulling up facts and statistics. Yeah, he hates these, okay? Numbers. What do they mean? Who cares about numbers? Am I right, guys? Numbers are for nerds.
Racist, it's a fact. Another pathetic attempt to obscure reality and push a narrative. So a lot of people got really.
Oh yeah, also it's kind of funny to me that he banned somebody for essentially trying to Pepe post, but he himself is Pepe posting all the time about like IQ numbers and shit. So it's like the Spider-Man pointing meme where it's like, you know, what, like the Spider-Man points at himself and he's like, you, it's me.
Really mad at me for this. They were so upset that I said this, and they were trying to retweet me.
No, they were laughing at you, Asmongold, okay? Mad? Maybe. Justifiably so, I would say so. I mean, wouldn't you also be mad at someone who was fat, stupid, and, like, fucking retarded in general? I don't know. Like, sure, you're not fat, but you certainly are stupid. You might be lacking a few chromosomes, okay? Your mental faculties aren't all there, all right? It's rough.
And say would be so mad about this, parentheses, you're retard, everybody else says I'm dumb, everybody's calling me racist and everything else.
I mean, yeah. You don't even know how to play video games, okay? You rage at Dark Souls. You can't even play Arc Raiders because you suck at the game so much. I mean, that's not even bringing up like Kingdom Deliverance, right? Like, that's not even bringing up your rage quit. Like, that's kind of rough, man. Do you even play like fucking, like, let's just be honest, okay? The reason why you don't like Diablo 4 probably because you suck at it.
Well,
okay? Life's rough,
man, guys. I'll be excited.
Ah, yes, as you can see here, okay, the median Asmongold fan, okay, is put around here, all right? In
Accepting
red.
my apologies. Honestly, you know what? Here's the truth. I don't need the apologies. I don't need the apologies because there's been no, like, you can't fault people like this.
Wasn't the country you guys were looking at was Somalia? Why are you looking at Nigeria? Oh, wait, hold on. They're all the same country to him. Oh, yes, I forgot. Okay, yes. Wait, can you even locate Somalia and Nigeria on the map? Oh my god, somebody should do that to him. Okay? Oh, fuck. But they're never gonna have the opportunity to, because he's never gonna place himself in that scenario.
Right? They're just stupid. They don't know what they're doing. So, yeah, I guess there it is. It's really funny. It certainly is. The issue is no one understands what an IQ test is, and I think that it has to do with the availability of education. Well, it's tangential. It absolutely is. But it also has to do with raw brain power, too. So, anyway, what's the sample size?
Okay,
Surely. Oh, here we go. Now we have all the statisticians in chat. Okay, for sure. And why don't you reproduce it with a bigger sample size? Why don't you go over there or fund research that will go and do the exact same thing? The reason why we don't have more research into this topic is because people are afraid of the conclusion. Because everybody knows what it's going to be. That's the reality. Everybody knows this. But for some reason, people pretend like, oh no, that's not true. It's a fact. It is a fucking fact.
Generally, people look into things because they're curious. Okay, maybe it's more of a projection on your part that you don't actually want to see what the numbers are, or you don't want to interpret numbers the way that they are. I think that's a you thing. Okay, it has 2 David Rar being power. What are you talking? I don't know what you're trying to say.
Every single time, the only reason why you don't have everybody talking about this is because people are cucked by Hitler. That's the reason why. You can't.
Wait, what? Wait, are you saying that people have Hitler derangement syndrome?
Can't talk about any difference between any group of people at all because of Hitler. Hitler had a big problem. He had a huge crash out. There was a world war over it. And now nobody can pay attention to science anymore. Well, I can. And the same thing I said was true is still true. Is there any hope for him? Who cares? It's not our problem. It's not our fucking problem. Like, I got no problem. Like, listen, if this guy wants to come over to America and he can help contribute, great. I just don't want this guy here. I don't want him here. I want him to stay over there. I want him to stay over there and talk about, like spirits and demons and, oh, wow, well, somebody's bald. That means their head has gold in it. Yeah, that's so true. So true. Stay over there. Knock yourself out. And it was like that when democracy got that far.
We have a lot of data on IQ, like a lot. Yeah. But do you know why people like researching IQ? Because everybody's obsessed with it. Okay? IQ isn't exactly this mystery field. Okay? IQ is probably like I would probably bet that it's one of the most well-documented. Okay, one of the most well-documented, fields, probably. I don't know, okay? Because who doesn't want to find out more about IQ? Isn't IQ such an interesting topic? Everybody wants to know how much IQ correlates with success, right? This is something that everybody wants to find out on, right? This is a subject that has been probably studied to the death, all right, if anything. And there's probably, already an established fact on it, so much of it, okay? It's not like you're... I don't know, what is a very obscure subject that nobody wants to find out about? All right? It's not like you're looking into a study on where, the only sample that you can get is the prison population, right? So then it's naturally going to be very biased, right? So, yeah, what? Yeah, stupid, silly. Obviously.
Oh, I don't know about that. And people who discovered genes literally said this and got major backlash. That's why I'm saying it. I'm saying it because nobody else will be willing to.
Oh yeah, I remember when John Gene discovered genes, okay, in 1901, okay, when John Gene discovered genes for the first time. People said, John, genes do not exist. And John Gene said, yes, they do. And the people crucified him for it. Oh no.
Say it. Nobody else says this, and it just gets proven over and over and over. So yes, can we get all of our own citizens that are sub 100 IQ too? Oh, okay, don't get me too excited, all right? So anyway, IQ-based matchmaking. Have you ever heard of document? So I just want you guys to see that everybody that was circle jerking about me being wrong has been once again proven.
Oh, hey, listen. IQ-based matchmaking already exists, okay? At the bottom, we have Asmongold's audience, all right? The rest is history.
That I am right, and a Roach King is an idiot again. Humans are actually developing, our brains are shrinking. Again, nobody can say what I'm saying. They can't say it. And it took a group from Nigeria to even do this research. And the reason why it was a group from Nigeria is because no Western research facility or research group will touch this topic. And the reason why they won't touch the topic is because they know the conclusion.
Are you modding over Asmongold? Waste of time? Modding. I'm having a great time. I think that Asmongold is never a waste of time. because I think that he is one of the largest streamers in the world. When he's spreading misinformation, that is being passed down to other people. And yeah, why would you let lies spread, right? But I understand why people on Twitch would defend him, okay? Or defend anybody, okay? I mean, this is what I do, okay? This is the kind of streaming that I do, okay? I stream on other platforms, okay? So I see that Twitch chat is a little bit confused. That's okay. Okay, you're like the one person on Twitch chat. All of this got debunked by the Birdman. He's just continuing to say that because Trump didn't tell him to update his software. Oh yeah. Wait, what? What is this? Over updating the software? Oh.
And they're afraid to find out. That's the reason why. And everybody knows it. Finally, we see people that are bringing this up. Yeah, they will not even look at it. Retarded. It's true. Yeah. They weren't even racist about it. You're right. You say guys are more, usually more athletic than Asians or white people than they don't bat an eye. Well, I don't know about that. And so let me, actually, I was going to read somebody's messages, but I looked at it and they were dumb.
Asmongold is a pipeline to Nick Fuentes types. It's not a waste of time. Exactly. There's many reasons. Okay.
And tell the truth, you funded them? Maybe I should. And yeah, why was money done on a study whenever you already know the answer? They're afraid of backlash from publishing the research. That's exactly it. And again, nobody should be afraid.
Okay, that's enough. All right, good enough. Okay. Asmongold faces backlash for insane comments on migrants. But you know, that's just on par with the course with an average Asmongold night, average Asmongold day.